Hi. This is a story of one of my most amazing moments in my life. It's a story where I fully realized the strength and resiliency that I held within inside myself. At the age of 50, I decided to quit my job and travel the world, 21 different countries, for a year. This journey changed my life in ways I couldn't imagine. One of the most profound experiences happened just over 6 months into my travels. I had been in Vietnam for 11 days and was working my way south from Hanoi. I was staying in Hue and decided to take a day tour. One of the places we visited was the Vinh Moc Tunnels, where about 300 people, 60 families, lived for 6 years during the Vietnamese War. There were 17 babies born below ground in the tunnels during those 6 years. I remember the day vividly. The weather was warm and humid, as is par for the course for being in a Vietnamese jungle. My group started walking down a jungle path, and you could smell the humidity in the air, and I was already sweating. The path was brown dirt, trodden down by the many feet that had passed before me. The tour guide is talking. He's telling everyone to look at the craters beside the path. There's lots of them. Some of them are deep, others are just barely visible. These are the craters that were made by the bombs that were dropped during the war. Underneath these craters are a series of tunnels where women, children, and men lived. I found it hard to imagine living underground during a war while the earth above you is exploding. We get to the top of the stairs and it's a small hole in the ground. It's my turn to go down. I have to bend down to enter the tunnel. There are quite a few steps to go down, and the mildew, humid air of outside turns into a stale, earthy smell the further you descend. I finally get to the bottom, and there have been electric lights strung along the tunnel walls. But there are lots of dark holes and corners lying in wait. We start walking, and the walls are within inches of my shoulders. We peek into a little indent in the wall, and it was about 2.5 feet wide and maybe 5 feet long. And this was one of the family rooms. As we keep walking, we see the maternity room, another indent in the wall. It's big enough for one person laying down and another one to stand sideways. We find wells which supply fresh water and vents that let fresh air in and kitchens where the women cooked. When we got back up, I had a little bit of a panic attack. Not because of just being underground or the tight space. It was my own memories coming back at me, triggered by this chilling experience. The similarities of this place to my life had found each other and was now playing havoc with my mind. All the years of pain and anger and sadness came rushing back to me. Seeing those bomb craters made me think of the times that I had been abused and neglected as my own kind of war. And descending into the tunnels reminded me of my own dark times. Yet, here I was, standing back outside in the sunlight of strength and resiliency to survive no matter what the odds. But not just to survive, to thrive and have children and live my life. It was at this time that I saw that the war within inside myself had finally ended, where I start putting together the pieces and allowing the sadness and anger and pain to come out of the darkness and be released, to recognize just how far I had already come in my journey of healing, to discover the truth of who I am in all of my authentic splendor. I emerged from that tunnel a new person.